Pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank, member FDIC.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Welcome into The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome into The Breeze. Harrison Arns on the 1s and 2s. We got Haas DeBreezy streaming in as always, and we got the host. The DP is back from a business as always to my left. So with that being said, you guys can still join in 402-464-5685. And then if you want to put a face to the voice, use the streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo, Channel 961.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday indeed.
What are you talking about? Happy Sunday. What could Foster Breezy be speaking of? I'm not sure why. I did in fact notice that here in Lincoln, I'm not sure what it's doing there in DC, But in Lincoln, the sun is a little brighter, the breeze is a little breezier, the coffee tastes a little better, smiles are a little bit wider, and then I was trying to do the math on what would dictate such a thing, such a morning, and I think Harrison Arns came up with an answer. I think he that's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, we're going bowling.
It's over.
We're going bowling. The curse is dead. Nebraska football lives in the positive, on the positive side of the ledger. We're on the, as Alexander Ovechkin once said, the not suck side. A little Hail Varsity to set the tone and to set the mood and to say it's good to be not suck.
So good we'll storm the field just to be neutral.
Listen.
Let him have it.
Listen, I'm not one to say to people, hey, don't charge the field for 6 wins. Except that was a desert. That program, that stadium field was a desert. It's where dreams went to die. And to find water, I don't care if it's cups of water, glasses of water, jugs of water, let them drink. Mm-hmm. That if you haven't been not suck for listen, you hadn't beaten Wisconsin in 10 years.
No.
Listen,
the
personally,
Freedom Trophy just has Wisconsin smacked on it 10 times in a row because it never came to Lincoln.
I didn't even know. Here's the thing. That trophy was so buried, I didn't remember that the Freedom Trophy existed.
Randall.
Right? It's just been Wisconsin's trophy. It's just been Wisconsin's beat Nebraska trophy.
Oh.
And so it was fantastic. Listen, Haas, we've been in those moments. Haas and I were a part of a program where it had success, long-term, long-range success, where they had won district title after district title after district title, 21 of 22, I believe, 21 of 23. And the constant cloud over this thing was that, well, we know how the season ends. We know how the story ends, and we can't, this is just our place. And I walked in, and I remember the first time Haas and I talked about this program, and he's like, yeah, but we don't win that way. And I'm like, okay, I do. Like Haas and I had this conversation all year round through district tournament. Hey man, don't get too excited. This is not how it ends. And I'm like, Haas, hey bro, nah. I was LA night before LA night. Nah. We are not accepting this. And there is a change of the culture and change of the climate. And so you have to say, like, Haas, bruh, imagine not beating an opponent 10 straight years. 10 years. Forget about the fact that 10 games, but 10 years. And then to finally beat them and then validate the program as a competent, and I think that's the fair word, competent and competitive program. And then they storm the court or they storm the field. Haas, what are your thoughts on that? How does that ring to you?
So while you were busy hanging out with ring girls in New York City, on the Breeze last week, we said that they're going to go bowling this year. And we told the fans to relax. We said they need to stop making everything a big deal and realize that the Big Ten is so loaded that if you win 3, 4, 5 games, that's an amazing season. So being in the Big 12 in the past, there'd be not Kansas now, but there'd be wins against Kansas. There'd be such easy wins that Nebraska would always have 9, 10 win seasons. And so understanding that the culture has shifted, the dynamics of college football has shifted. So having 4, 5, 6 wins in the Big Ten is going to be a massive deal moving forward. And so with that, telling fans to calm down, relax. You're going to go bowling. I understand Iowa's playing really well, and Wisconsin has never been a team that you just walk over.
Right.
But Harrison can pull it up. And so with that, you should storm the field, because the alternative is, oh my gosh, we didn't make a bowl game again, fire Matt Rule, and all this other stuff that is just nonsense, just fake noise that just does not need to happen. Is the program better? Do they have a 5-star QB that could potentially be a top 5 pick? I know you hate that, but is he going to be that in 3-4 years? Who knows? But you've done all the things to go in a positive trend. So celebrate, enjoy it a lot.
I think it's fantastic that we lose perspective. A lot of times we lose the perspective on what success actually means, looks like, feels like, sound like. And that there are programs. Haas and I have a mutual friend, and we shout out Rebecca Dencher because she likes being shouted out. She's a mutual 49ers fan with Haas, and she's also a Penn State fan, right, in full. And I listen to her complain on a daily basis about Penn State. We don't look like a number 4 team, and that was not a number 4 team in performance. And I just went, I'm in Nebraska. You hush up now. You stop it. You're 9-1. You're 10-1. You're going to be in the playoffs. You stop it. You're mad because you lost to Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. That's your beef. That's your beef that you're not the national champion. That's your real beef. You're literally going to be a grown-up and come out of your mouth with, well, it doesn't matter. Like, being great all year doesn't matter. Beating teams all year doesn't matter. And then she does the same thing with 49ers. And Haas, help me now. Help me. Because here's the thing. She's like, well, we got to play with our number 3 quarterback, and our, Bosa's not playing, and McCaffrey's just coming back, and it's full range. And I'm just staring at her like, y'all have been to how many of the last 6? Like, what are you talking about? Like, are you complaining about being great? Borderline elite.
Mm-hmm.
And if I said to you, in spite of you having to start Brandon Allen today, without Bosa, and again, several players are out for the 49ers. But if I said to you that past this week, if you get Purdy back and Bosa comes back and otherwise, if I said that the 49ers are a legitimate threat to be the NFC representative in the Super Bowl again, you don't think I'm concussed. That actually makes sense, right?
So a couple things. Yes, I have friends that constantly text negativity, and I just don't want to hear it. It's annoying. I talk about something else. Like, okay, yeah, 3 games that the 49ers had double-digit leads, 3 games that the 49ers were winning late and they lost. It's frustrating. Okay. Did you play? Did you coach? Did you have a hand in the training?
Right.
No. All right. I mean, it bothers me. It hurts, but there's nothing I could do about it. I mean, wearing a different shirt and holding the remote on the left hand instead of the right, or sitting in the correct chair, those are the only things I could do. Other than that, there's not much we can do. So for the 49ers, one, I think they should do load management, like Kawhi Leonard, PG, and all that, and just sit all the injured players and just take the L, because Kittle's hurt, Trent Williams is hurt. Just give him one more extra week so you can come back fully healthy, because you're already missing Ayuk. Charvarius Ward, unfortunately, his daughter passed away, so he's missed the last 2-3 weeks.
Yep.
So if Purdy isn't 100%, and it showed in the Seahawks game, come back, beat Buffalo, beat Detroit, beat Arizona, beat the Rams. You just beat 4 good teams, and you beat teams ahead of you in the NFC West. Then
Right. Like I listened to, there were some Husker legends, right? And in the conversation yesterday, they were like, please don't storm the field. Please don't storm the field. Please don't storm the field. I'm like, storm it. Storm it. Storm it like you've never stormed. Stormed at the highest level of stormtivity. Like,
I'm taking a goalpost.
Right. Like, listen, if you had said to me that every student, active student at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, none of them had experienced a 500 season or bowl game.
No, you got to think, like, people saying don't storm the field. It's like, okay, that might be their only damn shot.
Well,
8 years
it has
went by.
been their only.
Exactly.
They've never had.
Basketball, at least went to Purdue basketball last year, but football, you haven't had a single opportunity.
Harrison, did you watch them beat Wisconsin when you were there?
I wasn't there at the stadium, but I was rooting for them to storm it.
No. When you were a student, did you watch them beat Wisconsin?
No.
Did your friends see them beat Wisconsin?
No one did for 10 years.
Okay, just want to make that clear.
It's one of. I mean, one of my favorite. I'm a picture guy, and one of my favorite pictures is the first time the squad that Hoss and I coached won regions. And we had a dear friend who decided that she was just going to capture the moment and had caught all of us up cutting the net. And he said there was so much joy in that room for a variety of reasons. And there were things that people who were outside of the program didn't know what was going on in the program.
By the way, Harrison, cutting down nets is really fun.
Isn't it, Hoss? Like, is it like? Let me just say that. Like, because we don't celebrate enough. We navigate negativity and being critical and being super over analytic and making it all too personal. Because, quite frankly, it's if you're not in the uniform or wearing the gear with a headset, your connection to it is relative.
Mm-hmm.
But there's that Tom Osborne, what's the statement about it's those gladiators, it's those people who actually are in it that you get to, and the people who are in it, Hoss can tell you, and Hoss, correct me if I'm wrong, but watching your partners in crime climb the ladder step by step and getting to the top of it is the most symbolic, exceptional thing that I think happens in sports, because you get to go through the ladder. Like, you start on the floor and then you elevate and you amplify and you get to the top, and then it's the one moment where you get to stand at the top, look down, look amongst your people, you find your people, right? You look at, you're like there, and then you just clip. And then you exhale. Because Hoss and I knew all the conversations we had with each other. We knew all the conversations that we had with Barry Thompson, with Doug Craig, with Dermian Marshall. We know all the conversations we had with the players. We know all the conversations we had with the parents and the teachers at the school and the administrators and the reporters and the opposing coaches and players and the referees. And then you get to the top of it and you go, literally, I remember the moment finding Hoss and going, got it. Like, Hoss, am I missing any of this?
No, I mean, again, you got to celebrate your wins because you don't know the next time you'll be there. And I understand, we talked about it, you have to redefine winning. Okay, if you're going to win a national championship, Nebraska, you got to go to a bowl game first. You got to understand what a bowl game feels like.
Yep.
You got to actually beat Wisconsin.
Yep.
You got to do those things. So,
but Haas, it's funny too that, and Haas, again, I tease Haas because I don't know, Dodgers, Niners, like he was World Series, Super Bowl, NBA, the Lakers are still the Lakers. They're always going to be the Lakers, even at a degree, a varying degree, right?
He paints a pretty big target.
Right.
D'Angelo Russell is being shipped off today or whenever they're allowed to trade him, but he is gone, by the way.
This is the thing, right? That what that tells me about the Lakers and what it's told me about the Niners and what it told me about the Dodgers, because again, the Dodgers, hey, we're gonna throw our hat in the Juan Soto pool.
Soto, baby!
Like we're gonna throw our hat in the Juan Soto ring. And here's the thing: a part of me, as an outsider, wants to be mad and hate, because how dare you? How dare you aspire and want everything? Like, how dare you? And then Haas, how dare you get to watch the World Series, Super Bowl, NBA playoffs, all of them?
Yeah, that's insane.
Right? How dare you?
I just didn't even.
How dare you, Haas Tabrizi?
1988. Loyal fan.
Hey, listen, but you fall in line with the Nebraska fans of the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Yeah.
I'm loyal since 1968 with the Huskers. I had $2 tickets, and I've watched every game. Yeah, how hard was it to watch Johnny Rodgers, Jerry Taggy, Rich Glover, Irving Fryer, Mike Rozier, by the way, on the down years, we get Eric Crouch winning a Heisman. Hey, man, let's just all have to cope with 3 where you should have won 5 national championships in a row, and you got 3. But, hey, how difficult was it for you to be a Husker fan when the same people who wanted Tom Osborne fired because he hadn't won those national titles, and you go, bravo for that existence.
Oh, it's hard to watch Rich Glover, man. I don't know.
You just go, what do you? Hey, Haas, in your down year, you're watching LeBron.
Yeah,
you're watching.
Forget.
LeBron.
I don't want to hear about LeBron. For those of you on the radio who can't see, DP, can you tell them what I'm doing with my hands real quick? What do you see?
Harrison, describe that.
Yeah, I don't know what you got. You got your hands out. You got your paws out.
So hold on. You don't see it?
Yeah, your pinky's missing.
Yeah. Hey, Ronnie Lott, baby.
Yeah.
9-finger Ronnie.
Right?
You know you're a Niner fan when you remember Ronnie Lott having to amputate his finger because they said, hey, the finger's so jacked up, you can't play with it. He said, cut it off. Cut it off.
But this is the point of beauty. It's not like Haas. You know who you've never heard Haas talk about? John Brody. You've never heard Haas talk about Gene Washington.
Quarterback before I was born.
Gene Washington. You've never heard him talk about Y.A. Tittle. You never heard
him talk about
Kermit Washington. You never heard him talk about you.
You want me to talk about Dwight Clark?
Hey,
before I was born.
You know what you've never heard Haas talk about? You've never heard Haas talk about O.J. Simpson, the 49er years. You've never heard.
I can understand.
But this is like this. Right? You've never heard Haas talk about Kermit Washington punching Rudy Tomjanovich in the jaw. You've never heard him talk about the Ron Boone days of the Los Angeles Lakers. You never talk. Listen, he can't. You've never heard him talk about Roy White and the Yankees.
Oh my gosh!
Right,
so my son Michael should start telling me about what he saw in '88 with Hershiser and Gibson and
yes,
how
yes.
He didn't see it.
He can't. It doesn't mean it didn't exist. All you know is all you know. Husker fans. There are Husker fans who, in their entire adult existence, in the last 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, have never experienced what Haas experiences every year. That, you know what? We have a legitimate chance, hope, opportunity to be great. So today I was like, okay, no, we're opening with Hail Varsity because listen, this is when the Lakers had the pre-Magic Lakers, the Norm Nixon Lakers.
Thank you, HBO Showtime. So I know Norm Nixon.
But that's the value in it. Like, if you don't understand that they had to go through a really frictional point to get to the number one pick. Oh crap! Like all those years, you've never heard Hoss talk about Mitch Kupchak.
Hey, now.
Hey, right. I said what I said. Like,
sorry, show in Nebraska. Let me just talk about a guy who played basketball at North Carolina and then played for the Lakers and then became their GM.
Right.
Okay.
Like
Why is that relevant to you?
It's all relevant because you have to. This is the thing about Hoss. And I love the fact that in his space, he has full ownership of, yeah, I got lucky. I got lucky. It's got nothing to do. His fandom has nothing to do. You root for who you root for. I am a fan of the spaces that I'm in, of the communities that I'm in. And when I walked in, there are schools in Northern Virginia that are part of my blood now, right? Because you inject into them and then you take some of them with you. I didn't always imagine Hoss, Harrison. It would be relative. Me coaching at W.T. Woodson is equivalent to me moving to Omaha, and I happened to get hired by Omaha West Side. And in my thinking, that's how everybody does business. Right? Right? Like,
yeah, not like that.
Right. Like that. It's like, no, that's not how this works. That's not how this works at all. Fortunately, I ended up at Falls Church High School after Woodson, which is the equivalent of going from Omaha West Side to Lincoln.
That one seems a little bit somehow more comfortable.
Right.
We'll throw it to break. Hoss, DeBreezy, DP. I'll let you guys pick where you want to go with the next.
We'll talk a little bit of wrestling when we get back. We haven't talked about that in a while.
All right, we'll do that. I know Don was chiming in as well. I'll send that to you, Hoss. Don't go anywhere. The Breeze, DP, Hoss. We'll keep it rolling right here on A Ticket Sunday.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit NEPCOinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank, member FDIC.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Explain to me again why we're sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping. Thrift camping. It's saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
You're listening to The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Breeze. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. Like every Ticket Sunday, we got Haas to Breezy streaming in. DP, the other host to my left. Haas to Breezy, I know you wanted to switch it up, talk some pro wrestling here. I'll throw it to you.
So it's not just the hosts that predict and make spoilers for wrestling and football and sports, but our listeners do it too. So with CM Punk being the fifth guy, Don, regular listener, you called it, man. You called it. Way to say that CM Punk will be the fifth guy. Now, I'm sorry, though. DP, Don, everyone else, how'd you feel when it was CM Punk instead of Brock Lesnar?
I had zero expectation that it was Brock Lesnar. There was no sense to it. There's no
because we talked about saving him for Netflix. Is that what you expect?
Well, but I don't know. I don't know what the Lesnar thing's going to be. Like I don't know what I don't know that it's going to be the thing that everybody thinks it's going to be. Like I don't get it because there are no ducks in a row. You're not going to bring back Lesnar to not make him champion, right? And so, what are you going to do with it? Like who is he going to take it from?
I would squash the guy on Raw that just doesn't know what leg day is.
Right. I mean, that makes way too much sense, but there requires too much buildup and then too much other stuff to get in the way of that.
He did it to Kofi Kingston on the first episode of SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with it. I don't necessarily see it.
It was like a 5-second match. I don't know, like maybe 18 seconds or something, but it was quick.
It was a quick in and out, and I thought, I understood I thought the Seth thing had more meat and potatoes to it. Like if you had said Seth with the bloodline, it would have made more sense to me.
You mean with which bloodline? OG or the new bloodline?
OG okay. Bloodline. New bloodline didn't matter. The new bloodline you could have done anything with, and I wouldn't have cared. I don't understand the whole Bronson Reed thing. Never have, never will. Like, what do you do? Like he falls.
Yeah,
but we've had too many of those guys. It's like you're selling me Taz. No.
Oh no, Taz is small and weighed like 180, 200 pounds.
Well, what do you do with Bronson Reed? Who is he?
Bronson Reed is a slightly lesser edition of Jacob Fatu.
Here's my thing, and this is where I'm trying to work through it, but none of them have made me care. None of this has given me the juice.
I mean, the problem is they have Botch City and then his partner on the new bloodline, so they make the team so weak. They need someone like Bronson Reed who's gone and destroyed Ricochet, Braun Strowman, and done really well against Seth Rollins.
But I don't care that he's done those things. I don't. If Bronson Reed left the roster right now, I would. Oh, okay. Tell me that he's the headline at Pinnacle Bank Arena down the street, or that he's at Patriot Center as the marquee guy. Are you buying a ticket? No.
The biggest botch is how quickly they just threw everything together and made a melting pot and tried to create a War Games for Survivor Series.
Well, it's goulash.
It's goulash. Yeah, they messed it up.
Yeah, it's the best available thing. They tried to make stew. They got goulash. Like, okay, this is the thing that we're gonna do because we have to do something. Like maybe we thought, and look, injuries happen, change of profiles and schedules happen. I get all of that. But you still have heavy hitters and stars. And help me, Hoss, because I don't even understand the Kevin Owens thing. What are we doing? Like we've done this with Kevin Owens 7 times.
Good, bad, good, bad.
Like do we? I mean, and I don't even understand. I don't even have distaste for this version. I just have disinterest in this version.
Yeah. And I'm starting to be done with Cody Rhodes.
Right. Like you went through, you're trying to figure out, like you Haas, we told them a year ago, be careful. We told them. When it came to Cody, we said, hey, okay. I know that's what you think you want. But this is the childish part where you go, I know you think in theory you want to eat chocolate chip cookies all day. It's what you love, and it makes you feel good for a minute. But then what happens if you continually do the thing that you just want to do because you want to do it? Oh boy, I don't feel so good. Right. Like you and you buried the Cena exit. Right, you buried it. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I don't know what it's supposed to look like in 6 months. I mean, Haas, next week, we can do a prospect board or a draft board. And if we wanted pro wrestling to look a certain way, specifically with talent that's currently under contract, and I put that in air quotes, under contract in WWE or anybody else, I don't know what the pecking order is, and I don't know what the priority is. Like, what do you want to watch every Friday and Monday? And are you getting it? I remember when you just said, okay, all the male wrestlers, sit down for a minute. We're going to highlight and amplify the women and let them. Remember how fun that was? Like, that was entertaining and curious. Like, we didn't know how it was going to end, and we didn't know how it was going to play out. And you molded and created new stars. And you could say to me, hey, man, Charlotte come back, Becky come back. We're just going to, even if it's just for a run, right? Right? You don't have to tell me that Becky's only going to come back for this run. But a 6-month run of the women dominating Raw and SmackDown would be, and pay-per-views, I'd be fine with it, because you'd have to actually be creative in your writing.
Man, imagine bringing back Ronda Rousey, Sasha Banks,
right? Like, what? I mean,
Charlotte and Becky Lynch.
There used to be a thing where they would cross territory and they would bring in all the champions from all factions, and then they would just right. And if you gave me a one-time, so this whole Diamond Jewel thing, you could have made that, hey, that's the one where we pay everybody $250 to be a part of it for 6 months, and then you go back to wherever you're going to go. But I mean, I don't know what they're doing, and I hate to say it, they kind of lost me for 3 weeks. Like, they've kind of lost me.
They could have had me significantly, but Survivor Series now, it doesn't matter what happens. And first of all, there's enough great talent on Raw and SmackDown to just do Raw versus SmackDown, even if there's no storyline. And then with it, you could have had battles within it to create the stories for the rest of the year and for the real season with WrestleMania season.
Yeah, like I don't like how far, like, okay. So the next big pay-per-view is always goulash. Like, you're never going to get a Thanksgiving meal out of this next pay-per-view. That's not what it's for. It's always this weird combination of wrestlers. And again, remember, it's not in the day where you can put, Ultimate Warrior and Hogan and Macho. Okay. You have too many other people and too much good. But what's the next pay-per-view after that? King of the Ring?
It used to be day one to go with like New Year's. So let me check. But
right?
the next big one is Royal Rumble.
Which is when?
Usually late January. So there's something between Christmas and New Year's around that time.
Well, they go on the holiday tour, and it's the Feel Good tour. But if you tell me King of the Ring, now if you tell me you're saving, if you're telling me you're
Nia
saving,
Jax and Gunther were the king and queen.
Oh.
Day one is on.
Oh,
that's last year.
Oh.
So last year there's a day one on New Year's.
So you're giving all of this additional time and juice to Kevin Owens for what? For what? To bury Randy Orton? Because that was a good decision. That at this point in his career, you need to elevate Kevin Owens and put down Randy Orton. And you need to not have John Cena out there. And you need to hold Brock. And you need to wait for Rock to finish his movie. Are you bringing back Charlotte? Is she healing? What are we doing?
So the next big pay-per-view is the first Raw and the first SmackDown on Netflix. That's what they'll do. That's their big show. They don't have anything listed at the moment between now and Royal Rumble.
What day is that? Did they have a date for that?
January 1, whatever Monday and Friday in January, the first one.
Right. So through all the build up, right? Because those are the ones that like normally we would see WWE, Madison Square Garden, day after Christmas, right? And they just come through, and every now and then they'll poke a different person out there for you to kind of see and get excited about. They'll give you some hint to what it is, but from a championship standpoint, the belts don't matter. The belts don't matter. Think about that. That the champion doesn't matter because it's bloodline. If you're telling me that your 10 top pieces of talent are in the bloodline feud, and your greatest mouthpiece is in the bloodline feud, what are you doing with the rest of it? I mean, what are you doing with the other show? Like you broke up Finn Balor and company, and Dom is whatever. You're trying to tell me that the girls matter, right? In that space, right? You're trying to tell me that they matter, but shouldn't that be its own sort of pay-per-view? Like, wouldn't you have? This would be the perfect time for them to come up and go, you know what? We're gonna not only crank out these new titles, but we're gonna have new tournaments for it. We're gonna have just full-on tournament for this new U.S. championship, and everybody's got a shot. Men's and women's, both shows. Oh, okay. Then I'll care about somebody that I don't necessarily care about. Again, the real hard part is that Friday night's show left me empty. Like I was like, I could have done that or not done that.
What they should have done is just brought out Paul Heyman, stopped it right there, and not brought out another person. At least keep it hanging for a week, or even just wait until Survivor Series for the fifth person.
I just want to understand what I would buy a ticket for. It's one thing to get me to DVR a show, right? That, Nebraska and Creighton are playing basketball, and I had zero desire to have Monitor 2 being Friday Night SmackDown. I was just going to wait. And I was on a high from Nebraska beating Creighton, and a buzz from looking at Nebraska, Wisconsin. And I didn't particularly, I wasn't moved. Yeah, I love the idea that Heyman came out, but
it's just setting up a story for CM Punk, Seth Rollins for WrestleMania. That's it. If that's the storytelling they're doing, there's different ways to do it.
I'm just really not bought in.
Yeah, it's a mess.
I'm just.
I don't
like.
But the problem is we're spoiled. We're spoiled because we got The Rock to come back, and when The Rock comes on TV, there's nothing as good as that.
Right.
And so, CM Punk, which was super exciting last Survivor Series, which you were at,
But isn't it fair for us to just ask for it? Like, are we wrong in asking for better?
Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah, give me something. It's missing.
You're gonna just randomly put someone there, then
Yeah, it's just missing. That's all.
So I know we're going to break. My son asked for Dean Ambrose to be the fifth guy. He's like, if Seth Rollins doesn't want to rejoin the Shield, then Dean Ambrose should.
Well, I keep wondering, why wouldn't you bring back the Shield? Give Dean whatever money he wants.
Maximus wants it.
Yeah, Maximus is a genius.
But we got like 5 minutes left here. We're streaming only, so we'll just run through this one. Where do you want to go with? We got 5 minutes.
Forget the break. So with that, any NFL DP?
Yeah, so this is where we're trying to figure out who the Steelers are.
Whoops.
Right, we're trying to figure who they are. We get the usual humbling of the Chiefs by Buffalo in regular season, but none of us believe that this is the year that Buffalo beats them in the playoffs. Like it just like we get that. Oh, this is the regular season hiccup.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
Right. Like, okay, we've seen this before. The Steelers, if you had told me before this week, I would have said that the Steelers were the second biggest threat to the Chiefs. Right. I'm not sure that that's still not true.
This snow game's tough.
Right. That was the layup.
It was
that difficult situation circumstance that if you told me asked me who I would trust, so I'll ask you both. Let's say that it's January in a matchup and the Chiefs are the Chiefs. Which team, if you want the Chiefs to get beaten, which team and which quarterback do you want to do it? Because in my mind,
do I want to do it or will do it?
If they're Chiefs, I still don't want to face Russell Wilson,
Joe Burrow,
and the Steelers defense in January, more so than Buffalo and Josh Allen. But that's just me. So I'll ask y'all, Haas, Harrison.
Mine's easy, but they're not going to make the playoffs, and that's Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
You guys aren't as worried about the Bills. I'd still rather play the Steelers than the Bills.
Of course,
I'd rather play the Steelers than the Bengals.
And you named the wrong guy.
Bengals will be asleep.
Bengals will be out. The Bengals will be out.
I know it's been a brutal start.
They got 7 losses.
They'll be sitting next to us on the couch.
They have 3 really
look like a good team. This schedule's been pretty tough, and they lose them all by one score.
You're showing that you can't beat playoff teams.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you're literally saying, I know we can't beat any of you playoff teams.
I mean, that's crazy though. If Joe Burrow has one of those careers where he's just truly like a one-hit wonder, I don't think it'll be that, but that's crazy.
Haas?
Well, that's the Patrick Mahomes effect.
That's the
Sorry,
reason,
buddy.
Oh, go ahead.
You're
really quiet there.
Was I?
I think it might have been on me. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was saying, you guys did hear me say Burrow and the Bengals, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, I think they have 7 losses, so it's going to be nearly impossible to make the playoffs. So with 7 seeds, don't be surprised if they come back, because the 3 games that they lost that they looked really good in, it's not like we're talking about Jacksonville here. Joe Burrow has owned Patrick Mahomes more than any quarterback in the NFL. That's it. And I'm not a Russell Wilson guy, but gosh, Tomlin deserves so much praise. Tomlin, to me, is the same as Popovich. Like, he finally got his respect and his attention in the last couple years. While they won their 5 boring championships in San Antonio, no one really thought much about Pop. But now it's like, ooh, okay. Pop really changed the game of basketball in the NBA. Same with Tomlin. Oh, he won a couple Super Bowls, whatever. But he's been doing 8, just going to the playoffs with very average quarterbacks, with very average players on offense. Tomlin needs his props too.
Yeah, I think from a coaching standpoint, it matters in those conversations that, do you want to face Buffalo, Pittsburgh, mainly because of the coaches. But I also thought from a simple standpoint that you don't want to face Russell Wilson with a good defense in a meaningful game.
Yeah,
he's gotten better. He's whatever was going on those plane rides in Denver. I don't know. He's starting to look a little more Russ-like from Seattle.
Yeah, it seemed to me like there are answers.
Well, they still went 4-2 even with Fields.
Yeah, but it looks managed.
It looks better with Wilson.
It looks managed differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that first game you saw, he just has those touch passes that are right off the snap that he's got in his bag that they just didn't have with Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Especially in the red zone, you saw that a lot. Like Fields is good at tucking it, running it to the corner, but as far as those touch passes go, he's serviceable at it. But yeah, Russell Wilson, I think is. I mean, we kind of saw this last year. His numbers were actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But everyone just the danger witch and all that. It was too easy to kind of just clown on him.
DP, all I'm trying to say is, okay, maybe the Steelers are better than we thought they were, but it's the wrong person you named. And Mike Tomlin deserves his flowers.
Yeah.
He could create a game plan to beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead as long as it's not snowing.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah, all that's fair, right? That this is where we are and this is what we're doing.
Well, cool. Hey, let me end with this. So, Harrison, you can clip this. For those of you that are lucky and realize that listening to 93.7 The Ticket isn't just about sports, but it's actually therapy. It's actually being able to come in and listen for an hour or two for whatever show that you like on whatever day of the week, and you just get to hear things and you get to learn about things in a different way. So when DP gets on the mic, you learn about love, you learn about being good to others, you learn about just helping other people, you learn about being a good person. And that's what's so cool about 93.7 The Ticket, where you get your daily therapy.
On point.
Absolutely.
On purpose.
Don't go anywhere. The W. Up next, YWCA Hour. We got Maisha Karen will carrying us through. Hosta Breezy, appreciate it as always. You can catch us again next Sunday. I will talk to you in a bit.